friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis. Today we're taking a look at a LEGO Ideas set. This is a brand new one. This is the Flintstones, set number 21316, consisting of 748 pieces, including 4 minifigures. I'm very excited about this one as this is one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. Let's go ahead and crack this one open and see what it's all about. So here we have it, set number 21316, the Flintstones from LEGO Ideas. As you can see, we have 4 minifigures, a vehicle, a house, and a mailbox. Let's go ahead and take a look at each component one by one. This is the Flintstones car. This was a fun little build. This was built in bag number 1. So right off the bat, we got a nice little build. The wheels are made up of large cylindrical pieces. And then on the ends we have these printed log pieces to give it a nice finished look. We also have one of those as a steering wheel up front. There is a seating for 4 figures, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, which is nice. This is a really nicely done cloth piece to make up the canopy, and they've even got a nice cutout there for the rear window. And overall, it's a nice little build. Oh, and of course we can't forget the drive-in with a side of beef for dinner. Nicely done. Here we have the Flintstones house. This was actually a pretty cool build. There's a lot of nice detail in here as well as some very interesting build techniques. The color scheme is a little bland. It's just all light bluish gray basically. Just a couple of dark bluish gray accents. It's a monotone build, but it's appropriate based on the source material. As you can see up front, we have a couple of empty milk bottles waiting to be taken away by the milkman. We have a couple of plants on either side of the door. And if you look inside the windows here, you can see we have some tiger striped curtains, and those are prints, which is very cool. We have the door, which you can push open and gain access to the inside. We have a bit of greenery, as well as some stonework around the edges. If we turn it to the side, you can see some pretty cool stonework for the fireplace, and there is the tree. As we bring it around the back, we can see the interior, and the roof comes off to let some more light in. Let's start off over here. We have a table lamp, and inside the crate we have some bowling pins and a bowling ball. Those bowling pins are brick built. The ball is a typical ball piece. The lamp is a decent build. It's basically one of the old rocket thruster pieces as a lampshade, just a bar piece with some other elements there to make up the body of the lamp. On the other side over here we have a telephone, which is kind of interesting. That's made up of a white croissant piece. Last time I saw one of those, it was in the Parisian restaurant. But those are kind of cool. And then we have some other furniture here. There is a coffee table with a fruit bowl on it. That coffee table is made up of one of the figure stands from the Unikitty line, which is kind of clever. There's a little brick-built couch. One thing I don't really care for is this couch is covering up some kind of cool detail. If we remove that, then you can see there's a fireplace behind it, complete with some trans orange 1x1 plates to act as flame. There's also a print right here for some decorative art, I suppose. And if we look around the other side, you can see there is a television. That's a brick-built TV. You can see some nice detail there. Appears to be a newscaster and a picture of Dino. And I think this is to let us know that Dino has gone missing, which explains why he is not part of this set. They've even gone so far as to include the back of a vacuum tube on the TV, which is interesting. And then we have a little dresser drawer or something over here. So that's about it for the interior. It's a bit crowded, but they've done what they could with the amount of space afforded by the piece count and budget for this set. I think it's pretty well done. I think it would be probably better play value wise if you rearrange some of the furniture and make it freestanding. Just put it in this open area, and that way you have access to the fireplace and the dresser drawer and that sort of thing. That might make things a little bit nicer for the sake of play and display for that matter. I really like what they've done with the mailbox here. It's a pretty simple build, but it's very effective. And on the side here, that is a print, but from certain angles, at first I actually thought that it might have actually been etched in somehow, and I couldn't believe they did it, and they didn't. But it looks really, really good. It's a really great job. And they also included a piece of mail to put into the mailbox. So, pretty cool. This set also included a brick separator, but as you can see, rather than being in the typical orange, it is in the new teal color. And after the Lego Movie 2 sets and now this one, I'm thinking that maybe this is the new standard color for the brick separators. This is Fred. He is really well done with a fantastic print on the torso as well as the legs. The legs are dual molded, by the way. The print on the torso continues around the back. He uses the Emmett hairpiece, but in black rather than brown. And as you can see, he's got a nice face print there. No alternate face for Fred, but overall he is a really nice looking figure. That print is really spot on. It looks like the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. The face, not quite. The nose for Fred is kind of a classic part of his character, and since Lego people don't have noses, that's missing here. But other than that, I think this guy's really well done. Here we have Wilma. Again, another very nice print and dual molded legs. The print on the torso continues around the back, and you see the necklace as well as the neckline on that dress. And this hairpiece is new, I believe. The back here is a familiar mold. However, I don't remember that swoop up front. It's really nicely done, I think, and certainly new in that orange color. Her face print is nice with the smile on, and then if we flip it around, she does have an alternate face where she's a little bit worried, a little bit angry, a little bit confused. I don't know, but I don't want to be on the receiving end of that face. Here we have Fred's best buddy, Barney. I really like the overall figure. Nice print on the torso, subtle but nice. And I like how just at the edge of the shoulders there, you've got a little bit of flesh showing through to make it look like it's almost like a tank top. Really well done. Dual molded legs, just like the other figures, and just a bit of subtle print on the back. He's got the Emmett haircut, but in blonde instead of brown. He's got a nice face, missing the characteristic nose, but that's to be expected with Lego. Really well done figure, although it would have been cool, I think, if they had given him the new adolescent legs that were featured in the Harry Potter minifigure series. Barney is substantially shorter than Fred. In the minifigures, they're the same height, so it might have been cool if they had that. I'm glad they didn't give him the really small, non-movable adolescent legs, but the medium-sized legs might have been good for this figure. Here we have Betty Rubble. Another great print on the torso. The flesh tone almost matches the rest of the figure. It's a little bit light, but overall pretty well done. Dual molded legs again, and subtle print on the back. She's got a nice smiley face there, and the alternate face is that great characteristic Betty laugh. Nicely done. I'm quite pleased with all of these minifigures. Really well done. So this set retails for $59.99 in the US, and again consists of 748 pieces, so not too bad as far as a price to part ratio goes. The figures are really well done. The designer did a fantastic job with the original design, and the Lego designers did a really nice job adapting it. The original design was a bit more elaborate and had some additional detail. Overall, I think it's a pretty nice set. There are some kind of unique elements that are not very common. For example, on the roof, we have these two rather large slope pieces. The only time I've ever seen those in the past is in a junior set, so that was a bit unique. A couple of other elements that were not very common, but overall, a really fantastic set. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Alright, that about wraps it up for today. This has been Christian with Brick Life Crisis, taking a look at the Flintstones set number 21316. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.